ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another edition of the Unstoppable Dynami's Wrestling Results here on this channel. Today we have AEW Dynamite results for November 17th, 2021. This contains spoilers. Tonight's episode of AEW Dynamite was held live from the Chartway Arena in Norfolk, VA. It's Wednesday night, and you know what that means. Jim Ross and Tony Schiavone and Excalibur were the broadcast team for tonight's event. Backstage, we have Kenny Omega was with Adam Cole and the Young Bucks. Omega said, "I feel there's things I gotta fix. There's things I gotta change. If you can hold down the fort while I'm gone." Adam Cole says, "Cleaner, I got this." Omega says, "I was talking about the Bucks." Matt Jackson says, "Don't worry, we've got this." The show kicked off with Hangman Adam Page National Cowboy Shit Day celebration. Dark Order was in the ring and hugged the new AEW World Champion Kenny Omega. The crowd chanted, "You deserve it." Yes, he deserves it, ladies and gentlemen. Hangman Page, "I'm going to stop you right there. I didn't deserve this. I fucking earned it. I know this championship carries a lot of weight and responsibility. After Full Gear, I know my next responsibility is the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson." Bryan Danielson's music hit and outwalked the American Dragon. Danielson says, "I came out to ostensibly say one thing. Congratulations, Hangman Adam Page. I'm not gonna lie. I am super excited for this match for the AEW World Championship. But to be fair, I am a little surprised and disappointed that it's not Kenny Omega standing across the ring from me right now." Page says, "You're right, because I beat Omega's ass at Full Gear. And if I'm not mistaken, I managed to do it in less than 30 minutes. Oof." That's a burn to going to Danielson. Danielson, "I didn't come out here to start any beef between us. Although, to be fair, you're out here flapping your gums with this cowboy shit when I'm wrestling every night." Page says, "We can do it right here tonight in West Virginia." Danielson says, "I'm here in my wrestling gear, and you're in your jeans and cowboy boots. I don't want to beat you for the AEW World Championship and for you to have the excuse that you're not ready." Page says, "All right, we'll have it your way. We won't have the match tonight, but I'll still fight." Danielson and Page had to be separated by the Dark Order as they came to blows. The American Dragon, Danielson, versus Dark Order's Evil Uno. Evil Uno knocked down Bryan with a shoulder tackle. He stomped on Bryan's hand and cradled him for a near fall. Bryan stood back up and slapped Evil Uno in the face. Bryan chopped away and then suplexed Evil Uno. Danielson peppered Evil Uno with kicks to the kidneys. Evil Uno quickly got violent with a combination of strikes in the corner. He took down Danielson with a step-up hurricanrana. Evil Uno followed up with a neckbreaker for a near fall on Danielson. Danielson hit a rolling elbow strike and dropped Evil Uno, and then followed up with multiple palm strikes. Danielson charged at Evil Uno, but Uno countered with a high boot. Evil Uno tried for a senton atomico, but Danielson raised his knees. Danielson rocked Evil Uno with a running knee strike. Bryan held Evil Uno's arm and then used a flat of his boot to pound the head of Evil Uno. Danielson applied the triangle sleeper, and Evil Uno was out immediately. Tony Schiavone entered the ring to interview Bryan Danielson. Bryan Danielson said, "I came out here to congratulate Hangman Adam Page, but because of his behavior, I ended up kicking Evil Uno's head in." Well, technically, you started this bullshit. And until I face Adam Page, I'm going to take every member of Dark Order and I'm going to kick all their heads in. And next week, we're in Chicago. So next week, Colt Cabana, if you've got any nuts, I'm going to kick your head. Tony Schiavone was backstage to interview Eddie Kingston. 2.0 and Daniel Garcia interrupted Kingston. Kingston says, "Garcia, you let two grown men call you their son? I know you're from Buffalo." Kingston didn't back down from Garcia, and they had a stare down until Kingston finally said he was going to catering. Freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy and Tomohiro Ishii with Rocky Ramone and the Best Friends versus the Butcher and the Blade and Matt Hardy and the Bunny. Ishii told the Blade to hit him in the Blade obligated. Ishii didn't move and dropped the Blade with one shot. Orange tagged in and Orange splashed the Blade. The Blade pushed freshly squeezed into the corner. Orange rallied back with a drop kick. The Butcher got the blind tag and charged at Orange. The Butcher and the Blade worked over Orange in the corner. Blade tossed Orange Cassidy outside the ring where the Bunny and Matt Hardy hit Orange with cheap shots. Ishii finally tagged in, absorbed a punch from the Blade, and then the shoulder tackled him. Ishii covered the Blade after a backdrop suplex for a near fall. The Butcher tagged in and charged at Ishii with a clothesline that buckled Ishii's knees. The Stone Pitbull is starting to fade a little bit, and Jim Ross. "Or is he?" asked Excalibur. Ishii backed Butcher across the ring without raising a hand. Ishii superplexed Butcher. Blade broke up Ishii's pinfall attempt on the Butcher. Orange Cassidy tagged in and he connected with Stun Dog Millionaire on the Butcher. Orange tried for the Orange Punch, but Butcher and the Blade countered with the drag the leg. Ishii ran in to break up the pin. Ishii tagged in and blasted the Butcher with combination shots. The Bunny passed brass knuckles to the Blade, but Orange Cassidy jumped off the top turnbuckle and took out the HFO before they could use the weapon. Ishii grabbed the Blade and spiked him with a delayed brainbuster for the pin. The Forbidden Door was kicked down once again here tonight on Dynamite, said Excalibur. Tony Schiavone was backstage with FTR, Cash Wheeler, and Dax Hardwood with Tully Blanchard, Andrade El Idolo, and Jose the Assistants. Andrade El Idolo says, "Cody, Pac, I have proved that I am better wrestler than you. I beat you both clean. Now I will show you my bad side." Cash said, "We were robbed by Lucha Bros." Why don't we add Malachi Black and make it 4-on-4? Tully Blanchard said, and you know, Arnie, I'm not Jose. I've got one more in me. TBS Women's Title Tournament quarterfinal match. We have Hikaru Shida versus the Native Beast Nyla Rose with Vicky Guerrero. Nyla was looking to neutralize the knee strikes of Shida, but Shida jumped off the turnbuckles with a drop kick. Shida hit a heel kick to Nyla's head. Nyla got out of the ring to collect her thoughts and get advice from Vicky Guerrero. Nyla went after Shida's knee. While Nyla distracted the referee, Vicky choked Shida with a kendo stick. Nyla slammed Shida's knee into the turnbuckle. Outside the ring, Shida turned the tables and whipped Nyla into the steel barricade. Shida set up a chair on the arena floor, but Nyla rocked Shida from behind. Nyla attempted a senton out onto Shida on the chair, but Shida dodged it. Nyla crashed into the chair. Vicky tried to whack Shida with kendo stick, but Shida blocked it and hit Vicky with it. Serena Deeb, who was sitting ringside, clipped the knee of Shida while the referee wasn't looking. Naya tried for the beast bomb, but Shida countered with a triangle arm bar submission. Nyla managed to pick up Shida and powerbombed her. Shida tried for a katana kick, but Nyla blocked it and tapped out Shida with the standing stretch muffler. Nyla Rose advances to the next round of the TBS Women's Championship tournament. Malachi Black had a message for Cody Rhodes, Pac, and the Lucha Brothers. In Chicago, I will make it so the air you breathe will turn toxic. Deep breaths, my friends, while oxygen is still on your side. MJF came to the ring with Shawn Spears and Wardlow. Spears, Maxwell here, who, by the way, could beat any one of your favorite heroes with a simple headlock takeover, would appreciate absolute silence at this time. MJF says, let me explain something to you. You are looking at the guy who checks all the boxes inside the ring. On this microphone, I am easily the most complete wrestler on the planet. I am the man who will start a bidding war in the year of 2024. I am the past, the present, and the future of professional wrestling. And moreover, I could take your hometown horse and send him straight to the glue factory. The rankings don't tell you that story. They don't tell you the truth. You all know that deep down I deserve to be the next AEW World Champion, because nobody in that locker room is nearly as good as me. Nobody is on my level. CM Punk's music hits. CM Punk walks down to the ring. He crossed his arms and stared at MJF while the crowd chanted, "Holy shit." MJF says, "Hey, I'm Maxwell." Punk laughed, refused to shake MJF's hand, and walked out to the ring. CM Punk knows how to push MJF's buttons, said Excalibur. Tony Schiavone was backstage with Darby Allin. Darby says, "Max at Full Gear, you did not break me mentally. I don't know when, and I don't know where, but we will have a rematch. I'm not taking any time off. I want the biggest and the baddest. Billy in the Gun Club walked by. Billy said, I'm the biggest and the baddest, so tell me when and where. Billy in the Gun Club walked away. Darby smirked and said, let's do it. The Bucks and Adam Cole were backstage. Matt and Nick are not cleared after Full Gear, but the Elite may, more specifically the Super Click, will handle things. And 2 nights at Rampage, it'll be me and one of my closest friends, Bobby Fish, against Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy. The Acclaimed, Anthony Bowens and Max Caster versus Dante Martin and Lio Rush. Bowens and Caster had some choice words for Dante and Lio Rush on the way to the ring. Dante and Lio heard enough and shot out of the ring with Stereotopia Suicidas on the Acclaim. Bowens chopped... I both hate these guys. I hate all 4 men. Chopped Dante's chest. Dante was pulled out of the ring when Caster grabbed his ankle. The Acclaimed rocked Dante with a double suplex on the arena floor. The Acclaimed double-teamed Dante Martin in the corner of the ring. Lio Rush got the tag and cleaned house on the Acclaimed. Rush took down Bowens with a axe kick. Great offensive flurry, but just not enough, said Jim Ross. Lio Rush neutralized Caster while Dante Martin went soaring with a huge drop kick on Bowens. Lio tried to tag Dante, but Caster threw a big-time lariat at Rush. Caster hit the mic drop, but Dante interrupted the pinning predicament. Dante took down Bowens with a nosedive. Lio Rush followed up with a frog splash for the win on Anthony Bowens. There's no telling how high Lio Rush can coach up Dante Martin, said Jim Ross. Team Taz came out. Taz congratulated Lio and Dante. Taz said it's nothing personal. It's all about business. Ricky said they're very patient. Stark says, here's the deal. Dante, if you choose to go with Team Taz, it'll be the start of a Hall of Fame career. Or if you stay with Lio Rush, it'll be a Medicare one. The choice is yours. TNT title match. The Spanish God Sammy Guevara versus Jay Lethal in his AEW Dynamite debut. The premier athlete, Tony Nese, was watching from ringside. They locked up with Sammy grabbing a waist lock. Jay went for the figure 4, but Sammy cradled him for a near fall. This is wrestling, the fans chanted. Lethal rocked Sammy with a backbreaker. Lethal went right after Sammy's taped ribs. Sammy caught Jay with a risking knee strike. Sammy launched himself outside onto Jay with a corkscrew dive. Sammy attempted a shooting star press, but Jay raised his knees up and Sammy paid the price. Sammy flipped off Jay and a hockey fight broke out. Lethal tossed Sammy sky high and pancaked Sammy. Lethal was looking for the lethal injection, but Sammy countered with a Spanish fly. Lethal went for a Topia Suicida, but Sammy intercepted and nailed Jay with a brainbuster on the arena floor. Sammy's got to weather this storm here in the deep water, said Jim Ross. Sammy Guevara clocked Jay with a knee strike. Jay fell back on the ringkeeper's table. Sammy jumped off the top rope with a backflip senton, but Lethal dodged it. Sammy crashed through the table. Jay Lethal tried an elbow drop, but Sammy Guevara countered with a roll-up for a near fall. Sammy connected with a thrust kick, but Lethal hooked Sammy's leg and locked on the figure four. Lethal is showing us why he's considered one of the best in the entire world of professional wrestling, said Jim Ross. Sammy grabbed the bottom rope and forcing the ref break. The fans chanted, "Fight forever." Lethal Dragon suplexed Sammy, but Sammy landed on his feet. Sammy caught Jay with 2 consecutive knee strikes. Sammy hoisted up Jay and finished him off with the GTS, earning a very hard-fought victory. Chris Jericho and the Inner Circle came out to celebrate with Sammy in the ring. Sammy extended his hand to Jay, and Jay accepted. Sportsmanship is not dead, ladies and gentlemen, and said Jim Ross. Don't miss AEW Rampage this Friday on TNT. Just announced for this Friday on Rampage, Billy Gunn versus Darby Allin. Jade Cargill with Smart Mark Sterling versus Red Velvet in the quarterfinals of TBS Women's Title Tournament. Adam Cole and Bobby Fish versus the Jurassic Express. Be sure to tune in Wednesday to AEW Dynamite live on TNT from the Wintrust Arena in Chicago, Illinois. And remember, the home of professional wrestling is All Elite Wrestling. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that's all your wrestling results for today. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell so that way you guys not miss an upload here of wrestling results. I will be bringing you guys tomorrow morning of Impact Wrestling. Stay tuned, and I'm out.
Hey everybody, it's your boy Skiz here, and if you don't subscribe to Blonde and the Unstoppable Denominator, then you are a toothy bumfuck, pussy ass bitch motherfucker.
In the sticks with the hicks and the firearms. You might come up.